Guys, this is Dr. Boney. Welcome to Microbiology of Foods. This is a quick video to kind of show you how to get oriented with the course from start to finish. So basically, this is what you're going to see when you get to the course. So the first thing you're going to want to do is hit Content, and you're going to see something like this. And everything in the course is ordered literally from top to bottom. So what you would do is hit Get Started, and there's going to be a little welcome statement, which obviously the video you're watching right now is going to be right here. But this will kind of tell you how to organize it. This is the syllabus. This is the college-wide description of what you're going to learn. This is information about me and where my office is, which I'm rarely ever there. And of course, my email is the best way to get a hold of me. That would make sense. Next thing is the grading policies, how you're graded. And we're going to talk about this. You had to buy a code for McGraw-Hill that came with this course. That's going to give you access to a lot of assignments, to lab activities, to all the exams. It's where you take all of them. So what I want you to do is to click on this, and you can have your code handy. So you either could buy the code from the bookstore, and you'll get through this software, and it'll ask you, what your code is. And if you haven't bought it through the bookstore, you can actually buy it right here through this website by clicking this and going and doing exactly what it says. And it'll say, hey, if you don't have a code, you can use a credit card. So it's probably like 80, 90 bucks, something like that. So I want you to go through that, and I want you to take a one-question quiz, for lack of better words, activity. And basically the question is going to say, hey, can you read this question? And the answer you put is yes. And then I'll give you a free 5 points on the exam. What that's doing, by the way, is it's setting up proctoring software on your computer, because you're going to take your exams that are proctored through your computer. And so I highly recommend you use Google Chrome to do this course. You can use a Chromebook, but I prefer you don't if you have something else. If the only thing you have is a Chromebook, please let me know. So the first thing to do is to go through this, register for the course through here, and take the exam, and then that's it. Don't go to McGraw-Hill's website and start doing stuff. Everything you do is through here. So once you've done that, next thing is your student resources. This is the minimum tech requirements, virtual support, D2L help. All these are college-wide things. And then there's something called how to register for Edpuzzle. So you're basically going to click this, and you're going to open up this new link. And this new link is going to bring you to something that looks kind of like this. Yours will look a little different, by the way, because I'm a teacher. And it'll say, hey, you're trying to register for a class, and you're going to go through and do that registration. It's free. Edpuzzle's free. And then once you're in the class, you can literally X out of Edpuzzle altogether, because all your activities you're doing through here. So now there's Unit 1. The first thing we have is kind of an overview about what the unit's about. The next thing we have is probably the most important document that's here, and that is all the due dates, both hard and soft, of all the work till the first exam. So you already know that your first exam is on the 27th. You can take it anytime you want during the 24 hours of the 27th from 12:01 a.m. to 11:59 p.m. This is my suggested schedule for when you used to work on things, but everything in yellow has an absolute due date. So the metric conversion practice worksheet is due on 9/4, and the metrics conversion quiz is due on 9/8. So you want to follow this schedule. And you're like, well, where are all these things? Well, if you follow my lead already, they're all here. This is the exam study guide. If you want to know what's on the exam, there it is. It's not a trick question. That's actually it. And everything down here, by the way, is exactly in the same order. So there's an Edpuzzle, by the way, which is a little video that I made to teach you about that. Here's a practice worksheet, which is what the assignment is. Metric conversion chart. All the way down, you're doing this right down the line, all the way down. And this is kind of how it goes. Now, there are a couple things in here that you don't see yet, because I made this video before the class started, but there's also going to be your lab activities. And what I mean by that is if we go back to here, you'll see that there's a Lab 1 metric measurement, Lab 2 how enzymes work, Lab 3 examining animal plant cell. They'll be in here where they should be, and those are part of what you paid for with McGraw-Hill. The reason that we have that McGraw-Hill is it allows you to do labs virtually. Otherwise, this course would not exist. So although you're like, well, it kind of stinks I have to buy $80 or whatever, realize there's also not a textbook for this class. And if we couldn't do this, then there couldn't be a class because we needed to have a lab component. So you literally follow these things all the way down, and whichever ones have due dates, there they are. There's a couple things that are called case studies. And you can see here that we have a couple case studies. Here's one on steak dinner, and the other one is on microbial pie. So you can see here steak case studies. There they are. And you literally go from there, and you go right to the assignment, and you do them there. The last thing, of course, is the exams, and when the exams actually would be. And so the exams, let me move the screen down. They're down here. So if you click on your exams, obviously there's nothing there yet, but on the 27th there will be an exam. So hopefully this kind of makes sense how the class works. Everything is organized from top to bottom in order, and so you just follow exactly what I did. If you have an issue with anything, please let me know. I'm totally here to help, and I look forward to having a great semester. And that is it.